Hi, it's Anne Marie, and I'm coming to you with an almost naked face. I do have on my Flawless Primer on my face, as well as the Made Matte over the eyelid. That's the primer for the eyeshadows. And I put on a little bit of mascara only because my eyelashes are like white. So I had to put a little bit of color there. All right, so I'm going to start with our foundation. I'm going to use Be Picture Perfect foundation. Now this can be applied either fingertip with your hand. It can go on just dotting forehead, nose, cheeks, chin, or you can blend it with our brush. We have a beautiful chisel brush that I love, and it is great to use for a liquid. It's also really good to use for our Ultra Finish too, which I do love to use the Ultra Finish. I'm just going to do this one today, the liquid foundation, and just evenly apply it. It applies so beautifully, like it's a very light formulation. So that's done. Okay, and I'm not doing anything on under the eye yet. Oh, I had a little bit more in my hand. Okay. All right, so you could just bring it right down to the jawline. Okay. So I'm going to do my concealer after I finish my eye makeup. So let's go right there now. I'm going to start with using our beautiful Vera's palette, and I'm going to just put our one called Effortless Glow, and that's going to go all over the eye. So right from my lid right up to the brow, and it does have a bit of shimmer. I know, they say for mature skin, stay away from shimmer. If you like it, use it. If you don't, use the mattes. But this one is really pretty. I do like the Effortless Glow. And then just a little bit of a concealer. So I'm going to grab a bit of, it's called Outgoing. All right, and this is just going to kind of go here in the corner and then bring it up a little bit at the side. Almost like you're doing a C around the eye and then bringing it in at the corner of the eye. So if you look at the difference, this just helps to lift the eye a little bit, where this is just the flat. This is giving it a little more depth and dimension. Okay, same thing over here. Put a little bit in the corner, then bring it up to make a bit of a contour. And if you have more of a hooded eye, then you bring it up, a little bit higher, go above the natural crease of the eye when you do that. Okay, so eyes. Now for lining, you have a choice actually. You can do a powder liner. So I have a little brush here that you can use to do a powder liner. And it's almost like you just do like a little tap wiggle along the lash line. This gives you a really soft look. I really like it. Again, I'm using Vera's palette for this. I'm doing the darkest color. And then a little under the eye, because I don't typically put a lot of mascara under the eye. If I have the liner, I feel like I really don't need anything extra. Same thing on this side, just a tap wiggle. Now we do have our beautiful On the Line waterproof pencils, which I will be using in the spring because I do have allergies. So it's the best thing if you do have watery eyes, using a waterproof pencil. But right now I'm just going with our powder under the eye as well. It just gives you a little more shape. There's a little more on the other side. Okay, and then when you're applying your mascara, our Top Shelf mascara is amazing. I do recommend you just take a little bit off, like just squeeze it down a little bit here so that you're not going to get too much with the application. You're better off to do like a couple applications. So I'm going to go in and put a little more because I did put a touch on before we started. So now I'm just adding a bit. The nice thing with the mascara too is if you do get some on your skin, because if you open your eyes wide and you get a little on top, or you sneeze and you get those little bits, if you let it dry and then just take a Q-tip and twirl it, once it's dry, you'll be able to remove it without it affecting your makeup at all. All right, now I've got to get my brows done as well, so I'm using our little brow pencil and I'm bringing it across and just doing little tiny hairs. It's like you're drawing on your brow with, oh, this is a little trickier without a mirror. Okay. All right, so now look at the difference. It really frames your face, and we do have 3 different shades. We have taupe, we have brunette, and we have the deep brown as well. So these are the, again, you don't want to crayon a brow. You want to do the little tiny strokes and make it there. All right, and then we do have a beautiful little spoolie at the other end, so you can blend it and soften it a little bit. So brush up, and that will help you to blend it and just soften the look of the brow. All right. For the concealer, now that my eyes are done, I'm going to put a little bit of our concealer. It's called Better Angles, and I'm using a medium shade here. And what you want to do is use the tiniest little bit. I'm actually just going to take a Q-tip to show you how little you need. Okay, so I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it here on the blue vein, a little bit here, a little bit there. And then I'm also going to take a tiny bit beside. And don't forget, if you did get a little bit of powder down, that's why we do this later. If you got a little bit of powder on the eye, then you can use your Q-tip to just brush it away, or use a big powder brush if you've got a nice fluffy big powder brush, and just brush it away. But look how that just brightens up that whole area under the eye as well. I'm just tapping, I'm not really rubbing. Now I can also use a brush to do this too. I mean, I could do the brush as well. With the best brush that you can, if you're going to be doing this, the best brush would be like the one I used for the eyeshadow. And then, but just have a separate brush that you use for your concealer then. Okay, so that brightens that up, lifts it up a little bit. And we're going to go right on to the lips now. And I'm going to use, where is my lip definer? Well, we're not going to use it today. I didn't bring one down here. All right, so this is our Just Peachy, which is a really pretty, it's called Just Peachy, but it really does have a lot of pink to it as well. And then for the cheek color, I'm going to use Flirt. I love Flirt. It's just one of those universal shades. And cheek color needs to be on the cheekbone, but we're going to be doing it higher than we used to. So we're going to bring it up, right up here, higher, and then just blend. Okay, same thing on this side. Come higher and bring it down and blend. So Flirt is our powder cheek color. We do also have some face paint as well available, which is like a cream cheek color. I love that one as well. Okay, so this is a quick look. This is it. Okay, I'm ready to go out for the day. Okay, this isn't a out for the evening kind of look. This is just giving you a really quick daytime look.